Hi everyone, how are you all? Welcome to Mahadi vlog. So today I am here and I will specially talk about something different today. So today I will try to talk about one of the famous Hollywood actor, Mr. Chadwick Boseman. We all know that he passed away and he left all of us by 28th of August 2020. So I will try to talk about him today as I am one of his big fan. I watch most of his movies, especially I'm the big fan of his Black Panther movies. So the Black Panther movie is one of the famous one, and besides he also act on several famous movies, especially on the Avengers series. He was also very much active, and we have all seen his splendid performances over there. So today I mostly talk about him, and I will try to touch upon his life, like how was his life. We all know how he died, but today I will talk about his life. So let's go and talk about him. Here you have seen the sun has been setting down. The same way I feel that Mr. Chadwick Boseman has been passed away from us, and this is also one of the famous things is ending from the world. So today I am actually in my rooftop. There are also some construction happening nearby, and today I will mostly talk about him. So let's go and talk about him. Chadwick Aaron Boseman was born and raised in Anderson, South Carolina. His mother was a nurse and his father worked at textile factory. And Boseman graduated from T.L. Hanna High School in 1995. In this junior year, he wrote his first play, Crossroads, and staged in at school after a classmate was shot and killed. So that much emotional things he able to made in his childhood time. Not only that, I also have learned like Boseman attended college at Howard University in Washington DC, and he was graduated in 2000 at a Bachelor of Fine Arts, especially in directing. One of his teacher was become his mentor. And she always helped raise funds so that Boseman and some other classmates could attend to the Oxford's Midsummer program at the British American Drama Academy in London, to which they had been accepted. Boseman wanted to write and direct, and initially began studying acting to learn how to relate to actors. After he returned to the US, he graduated from New York City Digital Film Academy. He lived in Brooklyn. At the start of his career, Boseman worked as a drama instructor, and also he was also famous of doing lots of drama instructions in several drama institutes. If I want to mention, he had very significant, he did lots of significant movies. Especially, I already talked about his Black Panther, and we all know about this famous movie, Black Panther. Apart from the Black Panther, he also had some work. Especially, he was casted in Netflix war drama type of film, which name is The Five Bloods, and which was directed by Spike Lee. The film was released on June 12, 2020. Very recently, that film has been released. One thing also we know, we also saw him in Avengers Infinity War. We also saw him Avengers Endgame. Those are the famous movies we have seen him very well. If I talk about his, his personal life, I could say he was, Boseman became engaged to singer Taylor Simon. With Taylor Simon, he was engaged in 2009. This is what I able to learn, and also afterwards he got married with her. So this is one, he had a family. That is the main thing of his life. And he was also a family person. This is what I learned from several documentary interview and also several articles in the internet. If I talk about now about his death, how he died in this current stage, we all know this is the Corona time, COVID time, but he didn't die because of COVID. We all know how he died. He died like colon cancer. So what is this colon cancer? This is, like we all know about this colon cancer. This is a kind of cancer, colon cancer. So this is how he died. So Boseman was diagnosed at stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, but eventually progressed to the stage 4 afterwards, and then in 2012 it was a kind of stage 4 colon cancer. But Boseman, I think he's a good fighter, because he never ever expressed about his colon cancer to anyone else. He was taking his diagnosis and all other treatments by himself. He never talked about those things in publicly. He was always a fighter. He thinks that he will be able to recover. Even during his time of treatment, he was continuing his work as well. He was also doing several filming in Marshall. One of the movie he was doing filming. Already I mentioned about the Five Bloods movie, and also Marines Back Bottom. This is also another one. These are the things, he was doing always. And the Boseman died, at his home with lots of complications because of his colon cancer. And we all know that time his family was beside him. His wife was there, his full family was there. And as I told you, he was a family person. So he died along, in front of his family members. The time of his death, all of his family members were there. So I could say he was a fighter. He was affected in colon cancer, but he never ever disappointed because of his sickness. He was a fighter, real fighter. And in his most of the movies, he was also act like fighter. If you watch the movie of Black Panther, all other movies, he always tried to fight. He always tried to raise his strength, and he always tried to resist about anything bad will. So in that sense, I could say he is a fighter. And in his whole life, practical life, he was also fighting to get cure from this colon cancer. And he never ever expressed that bad news to his fans or anybody else. But I think there is also learning from his life. I personally, I learned there is nothing to lose hope. There is always a hope. So nothing to lose hope. And the last moment of his life, he was also continuing working. So that means he also loved to work. The same things also we can learn from his life, that you have to continue the show. The show must move on. You have to continue, you have to work, and at the end, whenever your lifespan will end, then there is no other way, you have to die. But I think that death makes me very much emotionally touched, because I was one of his big fan and I watched most of his movies, and he was one of the famous actor to me, especially. I really like his movies, and especially the Black Panther was one of the best one. In the Black Panther, he was saying he was the king of Wakanda, and he was always fight for the goodwill. This was actually the main motto of that movie. So today I want to say for him that, Mr. Chadwick, we will not miss you, and you will be always in our hearts. So Wakanda forever.